Hello and welcome back to the Doctor's Garage here on YouTube. So in this video today, I've got a brand new package that I'm going to be fitting to my Defender 90. It's actually something I've been wanting to do for a long time. It solves for £50 one of the most annoying, frustrating things that you will have with your Land Rover Defender. But just before we begin, I need one bit of advice about my number plate. So as you can see, I've put my number plate just there on the vents that open and close, the air conditioning in the TD5. I've taken it off the front bumper because I quite like that look, being really simple with the clean sort of bumper and then the steering guard underneath that. I've done it up there at the top, but I'm not entirely convinced that it looks that great. I've stuck it on. I copied what Boris the Defender did in his actually back originally before he got his roof rack. I think it definitely makes the front end look cleaner, which I'm happy about. But when I just look up and see that off to the side, I don't know if that just puts me off. Interested to know what your thoughts are. Let me know in the comments below. Today's project, getting hold of my brand new door handles here, is based on the inside of my Defender. As you can see, it's still pretty basic in here. In fact, the cubby box isn't even properly put down yet. I need to get a new one of these. Just generally needs a really good tidy up on the inside. It's still even missing the door cards because I've taken them off to do the door handles and also to just sort out the insides, get some sound deadening in here as well. Really happy with like the roof liner and stuff, all that work we've done on the Defender on the channel. But it's still, for me, it's inside, needs work. I know a lot of people really like these seats. I'm not a big fan. I will be selling them at some point, but I'm not entirely sure when that's going to be yet. But if you are interested, just drop me a message right in the comments and just say you're interested, and I'll make a list. So when I do go to sell them, I'll be able to message you guys and put it on my social media and stuff to tell you that they're available. So for me, one of the most annoying things is when you get in and out of your Defender like this, so you get out the passenger side and out again, is you're always rubbing on this carpet. And this is all Exmoor trim carpet I fitted a few months ago. It's still pretty new actually, still looks very good, but even still I've started rubbing this fabric off very slowly on this corner, and it's the same actually on the driver's side. It arguably is worse on the driver's side because I don't often take passengers in my Defender, to be honest. And so what I'm thinking of and what I've bought today to do is to put a corner box protector on here. There's loads available on the market. There's varying designs, different ways that people design them and do them, and the way they're shaped, colours they are, and everything like that. I went for the ORE ones, the same guys that did my steering guard and also my new front bumper, because I was really happy with the quality of the gear, and they were £50, which actually, as a pair for £50, if you do a really good job of protecting this corner, I think is well worth it. But let's have a look inside the box. So they are very well wrapped up in here. And these are the powder coat that ORE do, which is what they're pretty known for now actually, is their powder coating, just because of all the benefits it offers. And they're wrapped very well, and they're just in black. So really simple design, but very nicely designed actually. And that's kind of why I went for these rather than the ones with the cutouts on and the ones that are different coloured. I wanted these black to suit my interior. I wanted this powder coating because it's been so good on my steering guard, and on my front bumper it looks so good when it's brand new and stays looking good for, well, at least I know my my steering guard's over a year old and it looks brand new still. So I wanted to have this in my Defender because I'm sick of getting stuff that's coated and just ends up peeling and flaking off and rusting. In the pack you also get these, which are the little bolts and nuts, and you'll see those bolts are Allen key, but they're countersunk, which is why I actually went for the RE ones, because if you think about it, when you're getting in and out of your Defender, you want something as smooth as possible, and so having countersunk heads means you're not going to catch any clothing on it, you're going to catch onto it. And similarly, I didn't want one that had all the cutouts. Some have like 90 or 110 or Defender down them or whatever. I wanted something really simple, just so you don't catch on it when you get in and out of your car. I fitted the Exmoor trim carpeting, and you can see when I take this out, it's like literally brand new under here, which is the Exmoor trim bit. So I couldn't drive around with this, and I've actually stuck this down because it's straight onto kind of soundproofing. But it looks so good when you take that out. I've just got these mats off eBay, which just give you a bit of coverage, a bit of support, just when you're getting in with muddy boots and stuff, stops things getting absolutely trashed in your Defender. If you've got a Defender like mine, not if you actually use it like Defenders are supposed to be used for, which I definitely don't. The good thing with these seats for the potential buyer is these bottoms just come straight off, which is quite nice, and you can just get into where you need to get to without having to take the whole seat out. So let's just slide this out. Lid taken off, and this is what I fear with these materials is, look, when it starts flaking, it starts rusting and peeling. And even on this side, you get a little hole and it starts then working its way, creeping through and kind of going worse and worse. I don't want to fit anything to my Defender that's going to do that. I know this is from the factory, which wasn't obviously the best quality, but that's why I'm quite happy using these, because I know that's not going to happen with these. Essentially what I think I've got to do is put the seat protectors on like that, drill a couple of holes or 4 holes, and then on the inside of here, get those little nuts and put them back on. What's quite good in the packaging is you get, because it's a little harder on the other side I think, because I've got the ECU, is you get the bolts, the nuts, also a couple of wing nuts too. So it means you can do it by hand and just put your hand down there, because on this side, yeah, I can get down. On the other side, I know the ECU's there, so it's gonna be a bit more challenging. So the reason I already put these in is just so you can actually get down and put your hand in. Another cool design consideration really when you're fitting new parts to your car. So just gonna line this up where I need it and then drill those holes straight through. That looks about right. There really is not a lot to it when you're drilling through. It's so thin, so you just pop straight through. And then what I'm going to do is try and find, that's gone in. Perfect, you can see already how flush that's sitting on there. That is that side done. And as you can see, really nice flush finish on there, on both sides. I think it looks really good. I'm going to put the seat back on, have a look, and then obviously do the other side. But so far, I'm really pleased with how that looks and the kind of finish it gives really, and just protection on the corner for my carpeting in my Defender. Tip for if you are fitting these is, if you've got sound deadening and carpeting like I have on my Defender, really make sure you push that in very tight when you actually drill your pilot holes, your holes where the bolts go through, because if you don't, you'll struggle to kind of push the bolts right through. So make sure it's nice and tight when you do it, and then when you do, you'll find it'll just help pull everything in. So it's actually improved the cosmetic look inside my Defender, because it's made the carpet sit a lot more flush, and that sort of clamped in on the corner, because it's so hard when you're fitting carpeting to put enough glue behind those corners so it actually sticks down. So this has held it in really nicely now around that corner as well. So having fitted that one to my passenger side, I'm really pleased with how it looks. I am not going to show the other one fitted the other side. It's exactly the same here on YouTube, but it's just, I think, an interesting part for your Defender, for your interior, to help protect it, to help clean it up and tidy it up, and you know using good stuff when using the ORE powder coating. So I hope you enjoyed that video, hope it's been useful. Go check out my other videos on the channel, all about my Defender and my Discovery, and I'll see you guys in the next video.